All right, good morning. Morning, everyone. How we doing? Yeah, Tesla, another hit. Tesla, that thing just won't stop. Welcome back. Finished the year strong. Yes, sir. Almost there. All right. So, how's everyone's long weekend? That was a long one. It felt really long. I don't know about you guys, but I just sat around without much to do, but it felt nice, relaxing. Hope everyone is ready to go. You have some Tesla puts, nice. Those should look good this morning. Yeah. So chill out. I had a broken toe in that game. Just to let you know, my trainer wrapped my toe up just so I could play. That sucked. That was a terrible time. I broke my toe in the state semis, and I told my trainer, I was like, I am not playing this game. So wrap my toe up, make it like I don't even have a toe, and let me just get on the field. So yeah, that game sucked. But I just needed to get on that field at least once. What a terrible experience, though, to break your toe right before that game. But, yeah, all right. So, first place. Are Jaguars in first place in the division? The Giants had a good game. Giants had a good game, but lost. But I felt good about them. Holiday weekend. What else went on? Just family, friends. Hopefully you guys had a OOP5J. I mean, come on, man. Are you gonna start with this already? Are we already starting like this? It's updated. You don't need to type in all caps. I mean, we're already getting started. Monday morning, 8:00 in the morning. Damn. All right. So I hope everyone had a great holiday weekend. I hope you enjoyed it with family and friends. I hope you are coming back recharged, ready for a new year. If you had a good year, congratulations. If you had a tough year, fresh slate, right? Fresh slate. Take what you did, what you experienced this year, learn from it. Bring it into 2023, right? This is all about learning from mistakes, learning from experiences. If you traded for this last year, you got a year under your belt. You gained experience. You saw what the market did. It was a tough market. It was a downside market primarily, and every year there's a new learning experience. So that is what we're heading into 2023. We got about 4 trading days left. We'll see what happens. My first opinion on this week is that we might not see much. That's my first opinion. I don't really know how much you could see into end of year. I don't think you're going to see any type of crazy volatility, crazy volume step into this market. I think a lot of people are checked out. I think a lot of traders are checked out. I think, maybe some year-end adjustments will be made before end of 2022, but for the most part, I'm not expecting too much. I'm not expecting to get too aggressive this week. I'm not expecting to take any large position sizes. This week is sort of like that, wrap up this year, pay attention to taxes, prepare for next year sort of week, in my opinion, at least for me. So we'll see what happens. There's definitely some key levels to be watching here on the NASDAQ and the ES. There's a little bit of a push here in the pre-market that we are starting to give up, but some levels to be watching today that we'll sort of look out for and get a good idea of. So here's the schedule for today. I don't think we have anything on the economic calendar. I think this week's pretty damn light for the economic calendar. It's a sort of just a dull week, obviously in between now and New Year's. But I'll go ahead and pull that up real quick. We have trading goods advance report, home price index at 9 o'clock today, so nothing crazy. Nicholas, thank you, man. Who else signed up? Nicholas, member for 1 month. Thank you, Nicholas. And gifted 5 subs. Thank you for that, sir. I'm sure everyone will be much appreciative of that. I appreciate that. Wednesday, pending home sales. Thursday, jobless claims. Friday, Chicago PMI. So you guys can see it's a pretty light economic week. I don't expect much volatility from these economic events. Next year, which is next week, next year, we get started pretty damn early. FOMC minutes right on the first week of January. Wednesday, January 4th, we get started real quick. Wednesday, we have FOMC minutes, job openings, job quits. That will be very big for the market. And then on to Thursday, employment report, jobless claims, unemployment rate, average hourly earnings, etc. That's all next week. So this week, looking at the economic calendar, sort of shows me not much. Not much there. Pretty slow. Slow on the economic side. Nothing on the earnings side. And probably should be pretty silent for the most part on the volume as we end the year. So I'm not expecting, that's at least as of now, I'm not expecting to see too much this week. Tesla 110. Tesla's down again big. Tesla had some news this morning of Shanghai factory slowing down their what's the word? Their production. So that's pretty big. That's definitely a concern for Tesla. I think that's why you're seeing that downside. Of course, Tesla is just a falling knife that does not seem like it is slowing down right now. So not trying to catch Tesla. I have been buying a little bit here and there of shares. So on, was it on Friday? On Friday, I can check for you. I believe on Friday I bought 3 or 4 shares in my M1 account. I've just been sort of dabbling here and there. I'm not taking any type of large positions here, but every time it drops like 4 or 5%, I've been buying up a few shares just as a long-term investment. So let's see. This was on the 23rd. The 23rd was, what was the 23rd? 23rd was on Friday. So on Friday, I bought 4 shares at 120. So I've been just sort of buying in like these $500 increments here and there. Every time I see a big red day, I'll throw 500 into Tesla. Obviously down on that, but bringing my average down. And hey, I know it's hard to love Tesla right now. I totally get it, but I'm going to continue to just 500 every single, maybe 500 a month, throw it into Tesla, try to, dollar cost average into that thing. We'll see if it pays off, right? Worst comes to worst, I lose my $500. And that's a risk I'm willing to take. But as of right now, that's what I'm doing, just to sort of give you an idea of how I'm attacking this downside on Tesla. Obviously trading some of it as well. Tesla 110, let's watch that. I think that's where Tesla ultimately comes down to. This is the level that I'm watching here. Costco, I like what Costco's doing this morning. I'm still in my Costco swing trade. Costco is above this 464 level that I've been watching. It's been treating me very well. Costco held last week at its demand on the daily chart, and it's continuing to push higher. So watching Costco here today, Apple 129 critical support, Nvidia 154. This is a big level to watch today. Microsoft 239. Want to point out energy, the XLE, XOM, CVX. Those have been holding up very nicely, has been bouncing off demand. And then finally, Boeing and Cat. Want to sort of point out some of these Dow names have been still very strong, Boeing and Caterpillar. All right. That's what I have on the schedule. We will look at a few other names. We'll look at your tickers, and then we'll get out of here and enjoy our day. See what we can find. All right, let's get started. So here's what I'm watching on the NASDAQ. I'm sort of watching this 15-minute chart, And I'm watching this zone here around this 11,080 and 11,100. I think this is an important level here today. So 11,080 is support from Tuesday of last week. It's support from Tuesday, right? Tuesday pre-market, Tuesday intraday, 11,800, or I'm sorry, 11,080. That was a little double bottom there on Tuesday of last week. Now, we come into Thursday of last week. We turn it into a rejection point, right? And we turn it into a rejection point right here. So I know that 11,080 is a key level. So now if I zoom in even further, we can see what happened on Friday. Friday afternoon, we turned this into a rejection point right here. We turned it into a rejection point right here. And we turned it into a rejection point right here. So we know that 11,080 has some importance to it. Now, if we go into what's happening today, if we go to the 1 minute chart, we're sitting right at it. So as we speak right now, we're sort of trying to hold this 11,080 level. This is a level that I think must hold today for any type of possible upside move. If we can turn these rejection points from Friday right here, if we can turn this rejection point from Friday into support today, then maybe you can see some type of upside move off that level, right? Maybe you turn this previous rejection point into support, right? That would be your best case bullish scenario. I mean, and that's hard to even get behind, but that would be a must, right? If you want to see any type of upside today, you have to hold these Friday's highs. If we do not hold these Friday's highs, this rejection here, this Thursday rejection, these Friday high rejections, if we do not hold this right here as we speak, right, we are going to trade right back within this range. We're going to trade right back within 11,080 and 10.9, and we could see the market do nothing in this range all week, right? That is a very high possibility to see us drop back below this range. If we zoom out, drop back below this lower range and just sort of sit above this demand at 10.9 into end of year. I think that's a very high possibility as well. That 10.9 level, if I go to the daily chart, I'll go ahead and zoom out for us here, clean this up a little bit. This 10.9, right, that we bounced off of on Friday, Thursday, Friday, is just this daily chart little demand zone that's been here since October. So October, we bounced. November, we bounced. And then you can see we tried to hold it here again last week. So do we break this 10.9 area, this 10.9, 10.7 area this week? Possible, but I would say unlikely with the possibility of lower volume. I don't think it'll break on this week. But do we just chop above it here into end of year? That's another possibility. So that's what I'm watching today. I'm watching, does 10.8 or 11.80, sorry. Does 11.80 have any kind of support? Do we hold the Friday's highs? If we do, is there any type of upside opportunity? If we do not, then I would say we fall right back within this range, and I think the weakness steps in, right? Under 11,080, I would say weakness steps in here, and you probably have free range, probably all within this zone, right? Anywhere between 11,080 and 10.9 would be the range that I would watch out for if we drop below that. If we hold it nicely, right? If we hold it nicely, which we are trying to at least, we're putting in some type of an attempt here in the pre-market today. If we hold it, that's a very big if. If we hold it, then I would say there's a possibility of something between around this 11,080 and maybe this 11.2, right? I don't think you would see much more than a push towards this 11.2 level. So I'm going to go ahead and zoom out, get this back in again. So this is what I'm watching. So you can see we had some of these rejection points up here around 11.2. This is Tuesday's highs. This is Wednesday's consolidation. We got above it. We slipped back under it. If you see any type of upside today, I would not trust it, much more than maybe up to 11.2 to reject up at this level. So right now, you can see we're in a few ranges here. Here's range 1. Here's range 2. If we hold this 11,080, I think you could see a trade within this zone here, right? If you break it down 11,080, right, I think you can see a trade in this range here. It's really about these two ranges. Which side do we want to stay above? Do we want to hold Friday's highs? Do we want to hold the bottom side of this potential range? Or do we flush back into this one here? That's sort of what I'm watching today on the NASDAQ. Similar on the ES. So ES slightly stronger. We know that we have that major rejection point up here at 39.20. That was very clear. So trading into 39.20 is a nightmare, right? You know that this is going to be a very, very difficult level. 11.20 or not 39.20 here, 39.20 here. You clearly know it's going to be very difficult to trade above 39.20. If we zoom out, we can see this level also comes all the way back here from back in, this is early December. You can see, look at this 39.20 support here. 39.20, 39.20, 39.20, 39.20, 39.20. So for any type of real upside, if you want to see an actual upside move on this market, you have to get above 39.20. There's no questions about that. You have to be above 39.20 for any type of real upside, sustainable, trustable upside. If you're not over 39.20, I would not trust any upside. That is a very clear previous support into rejection. This was very nasty. For the downside, this was a fantastic trade. If you took some downside plays off the 39.20 break and retest here, that was a killer trade. So congratulations to anyone that caught that. Back on the 15-minute chart, same sort of idea here on the ES, right? Do we hold Friday's highs? That's really what I'm watching today. Do we hold this Friday high around 38.70? Right? We have some 38.70 consolidation here. We have some 38.70 rejection points here on Friday. Do we hold it? If we pull back to 38.70, do we hold Friday's highs? Right? That's really the main watch for me today on the ES. Do we hold Friday's highs? Do we turn a previous rejection point into a support in the short term? That's what I would be watching. So 38.70 on the ES up to 39.20. What are you doing right now? You're in a chop zone, right? You're in a zone. You're in a channel between 38.70 and 39.20. What is that? It's about a 50-point range. The ES is trading right within a 50-point range. So that is what I'm watching. 38.70, 39.20 in this range. Hard to tell. But if you break 38.70, right? If you turn Friday's highs into rejections again, then I would look for the downside, right? If you turn this rejection point into a rejection again, then I'm looking for downside. If you hold this as support, maybe there's some type of a demand hold here into the channel high, right? That's a possibility I'm watching. And the only real upside that I would trust for an extended period of time for maybe a swing trade would be an actual move over 39.20. Hold this as support and see if we can start to build off that level. That would be the only upside that I would have any type of trust in, is if we can get above 39.20. All right, so that's the ES. That's what I'm watching there. We'll go ahead and go to the Dow Jones. So the Dow looks like it is turning this rejection point into a possible rejection point again, and this could be money, right? This could be money here. We have to sort of watch out for what happens here. So we can see the rejections on Wednesday, Thursday came in around 33.6. But you can see we had these previous support levels here around 33.5, 33.6. We turned it into a rejection here on Wednesday, Thursday, and we're trading right back at that level. So I think this is going to be very important. And I think the way you can tell whether this holds or this slips is 33,500, right? I think 33,500 will be the level to watch to tell whether this actually holds or if this is going to slip. Why do I say that? So I have a 33.5 rejection here. I have a 33.5 rejection here. I have a 33.5 rejection here. I have a 33.5 support that came in here. I have a 33.5 rejection that came in right here Thursday morning. Now, what I have here in the pre-market today, if I go to the 15-minute chart, is I have some 33.5 support. 33.5 support, 33.5 support. So if the Dow breaks under 33.5 today and turns it into a rejection, I think you can look for that downside play, right? If 33,500 turns into a rejection. If 33,500 holds support today, then I would be very careful shorting any type of Dow-related stocks, right? If the Dow holds above 33,500, then I would be careful playing the short side because this could turn into a support level, right? It definitely has reacted at this level previously. It's been support here. It was a rejection here. It's been support here in the pre-market. So be careful shorting unless the Dow is under this 33.5, right? That's what I would be watching. So 33,500, that's the level I'd watch on the Dow Jones today. If you can hold that, I would be a little bit on the side of upside on the Dow around this 33,500 level, all right? I think that's your major level to watch today on the Dow Jones. And then finally, the Russell. The Russell, again, as you guys know, not a big fan of small caps. I don't follow this much, but I do the analysis for you. I would say this 1800 level looks real heavy, right? You can clearly see that. This 1800 level looks really heavy here. You have the previous double bottom 1 and 2. You have a rejection right here. So I would be very cautious on the upside unless you're over 1800 here. That is very clear. Maybe you get some support that steps in here at 1780, right? You have previous support here into a rejection here, and maybe you try to hold this 1780 level today. So I'd watch 1780, I'd watch 1800 on the Russell. All right? So, again, I think it's all about these Friday's highs, right? Do we turn Friday's highs into support? That's something I'm watching here on the NASDAQ. Do we turn this Friday high rejection into a support level today? That's the first thing. ES, the same thing. Friday's highs into support. Haven't quite pulled back to that, so you can see the outperformance on the ES today. And then on the Dow, do we hold above 33.5? That's really my major watch today. All right? So, that's that. NASDAQ. Again, chart Discord. If you want to get updates on my futures analysis for free, that is in the chart Discord down below. It says free technicals. This will be a paid community starting January 1st. It is free right now. I've explained this previously. There is a ridiculous amount of scam accounts that come in this because of a free community. Free communities, honestly, I mean, you get the information for free, but you have to be on your watch. You have to be on your... If you join this community, you will get message from someone that is pretending to be me. And unfortunately, there is nothing I can do to stop that. I wish I could. I try my best. Every time I see someone join with my name, I remove them. I ban them. But you have to be careful of who you talk to in this community. Right here, you can see the daily traders. The guy on TikTok looks like he joined. It's not actually him. It's a scam. Last week, we had Ricky Gutierrez join as well. Obviously, it's not him. It's a scam. So this will be a paid community for that reason and that reason only, because I'm tired of having people reach out to me and tell me, oh, is this you messaging me? No, it's not. It is not me. I will never message you. Please think about it logically, guys. Do you think that I would be on a live stream every single morning at 8 a.m. showing my face? You probably know where I live. Do you think I would be asking you for crypto? Just think about it for 1 second. Do you really think that I would expose myself by asking you for crypto and potentially trying to scam you when I'm right here every single day? You know what I look like. You know where I live. Just think about it logically and think about who you're messaging on Discord. All right? But you can join that for free. All right? That's for free. It will be free until the end of the year. You get all my technicals on the futures charts for free. All right? Little reminder. I want to continue to say that so that people stop messaging fake scammers. All right. Tesla. So, I'm thinking, I mean, obviously we look at this weekly chart on Tesla, guys, and it's ugly. It is ugly. No doubt about that. And I think your level to watch here is around 110. Okay? I think 110 is the level to watch. I think that is where Tesla will need to come down into. Right here around this 110, I'm going to go ahead and go to the daily chart. You promised. Yeah, my bad, Metal. I'm going to go to the daily chart, and I'm going to zoom in here. This is back in July of 2020, right? You can see right here, you have this rejection here, you have this rejection here, and you have this support that stepped in here, right? So rejection, rejection, support. So this is where I think the actual next structure point on Tesla is, and I think this is where Tesla will ultimately have to test. I think it's down to this 110. I think, I don't see much support in between this 110 and 150 level. You can see back here, I think a lot of people were sort of watching this 150, 155 area, this high here. We're right back within this range, right? And I don't see much support in this range until around 110. So rejection, support, right? So I would watch out for that. That's the next level I would watch, 110. And also, real quick, just to clear it up, everyone that joins for free now will not be charged when I turn it into a charged community, the chart, just to let you know. All right? If you're in for free, you're in for free. I'm doing it to avoid new scamming people to join, to try to deter them from joining. So if you're in now, it's free forever. If you're in after January 1st, you'll have to pay. All right? Just giving you a heads up because I want everyone that's actually real and actually watches to join for free. I want you to be in there for free before I change it. So 110, that's the level I'd watch on Tesla. In the short term, guys, I would just continue to watch the stair-stepping type of trade, right? That's what I would continue to look for on Tesla. Just continue to look for stair steps. Tesla has shown you stair steps in the past, right? You can see some of these previous previous support here on Thursday of last week, right? Look at Friday's price action, right? You can see Thursday's lows into rejections here on Friday. So just continue to look for that. Continue to look for those rejection points. Continue to look for previous lows to turn into rejections. And that's exactly what we've been seeing, right? Previous lows into rejections. I would just continue to look out for that. So if Tesla does find any type of bounce today, what would I be looking for? I'd be looking for the previous lows. So look for Friday's lows, right? Get a line drawn out around this Friday's lows, around this 122 level, the 121, right? And then look to see if you can push to the upside and you can reject this. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Morathon. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. That's your comment is exactly what's in my head. But I will not say it. Support, right? Support. If you push up to the upside, just continue to look for previous lows, right? If you break down today, look to see if you turn these lows into rejections, and I would just continue to look for that stair-stepping pattern. As of now, right, it looks like it's just a runaway train to the downside. I would look for a rejection around this 121, okay? That's what I would look for. If you get any upside today, I would look for a rejection at 121 on Tesla. No, I do not trade live for free. This is the chart Discord. It is just the technicals on the futures. That is the last I will talk about it. And best of luck. All right. Tesla 121. Look out for that. Look out for that rejection there today. If you get any upside, ultimately, I think 110 is your target. Okay. Costco. I'm liking Costco here. Here's why. So, daily chart on Costco. You guys know I've been watching this little double bottom, triple bottom on Costco. You know I've been sort of eyeing this potential trade setup. We've had this support here around 454. We've had this support here around 454. And we've had about six trading days of above 454, starting to consolidate. This is starting to set up, in my opinion, right? I think this is starting to potentially set up. This is definitely something that I will be watching. If I go to the hourly chart and I look at this over the last week, while the market was sort of moving lower and making new lows, look at what's been going on here on Costco, right? I like this support that stepped in here on Tuesday, and I love this support that stepped in here on Thursday. So you can see this little double bottom here on Costco, 454. You can see we're trying to get above this rejection point around 464, 463. If we can clear this today, right, and we can see a Dow Jones that actually pushes higher, right, I like this to potentially move up into this 475. So you have a pretty low volume area here on Costco up until this potential rejection point of 475. I'm definitely going to be watching this one today. All right, I'll definitely be watching this. I'm looking to see, can we turn 463 into support? If we can turn these previous rejection levels into support here today, I think you could definitely see a nice little move up in this low volume area on Costco. So I'm still in this swing trade. I'm still holding this one, and I will continue to hold this one until I see a reason to sell. As of right now, I do not, and I'm actually starting to like this potential push here around above 464. So watching that. Apple. If we go to the daily chart, yeah, we'll go daily. This is I just want to point out this very critical level on Apple, guys. If you haven't seen it yet, just make sure you're paying attention to this. This is 129. This is the 2022 lows on Apple. You have to hold 129, right? We break 129, this is definitely going to cause pressure on the market. 129 is right around here, right? You can see we've held on to that level last week. You can see right here, previous support here. You can see support right there. And then you can see we tried to hold that support. We can see that tried to hold that support here around 129 again last week. If we go to the 4-hour chart, actually, you know what? Let's go hourly. Here's the hourly chart on Apple. We can see that demand level, that area of support, you can see we held that 129. So 129 here, held it. 129 here, held it. 129 here, held it. So today and the rest of this week, the rest of, into the future, 129, this area here, if we lose this, I would be paying attention, right? I would be paying attention to this on Apple. If we lose this 129, this could definitely cause some slippage on the market. So I would be making sure you pay attention to this area on Apple. The one thing that keeps me a little bit bearish here, I'll share it with you right here. You can see Apple tried to push back above this, on this demand hold, but look at what it rejected. It rejected these previous lows pretty aggressively. So you can see right here, we had previous double bottom lows into a double top rejection. So this is keeping me a little bit bearish here on Apple, right? You can see double bottom lows into double top rejections. That's bearish. And then you have that support of 129. Watch out. If we slip under this 129, if we go to the weekly chart, look at this, right? Look at this. Watch for that low, 129. All right. Nvidia. What a rejection Nvidia was on the weekly chart. Damn. Look at that. 190. Boom. I really was interested in taking this too. I just sort of missed it. This sort of hurts. But damn, if we take it, let's just take a quick second and look at the weekly chart here. Look at how clean that was. Look at how clean that was. Rejection here, rejection here. Look at that wick on the weekly candle. Boom, right down. Really clean stuff. Really clean rejection at that 190. Let's break this down to the hourly chart. We can see right here, if we break this down to the hourly, actually, you know what? Let's go 15-minute. 15-minute here. You guys can see previous highs, double top, previous lows, double bottom. Look at the range that we're trading in. So we're trading in a 154 to 149 range. This is what I would watch on Nvidia. I would watch to see which side of this range we trade out of, right? Do we trade out of the top side of this range, or do we trade out of the bottom side of this range? This is what I'd be watching. I'd be looking to look for a trade on the outside of this range. I would be less interested in any type of moves within the range, right? And I would just simply, this is how I would trade Nvidia. I would go here. I would go create alert, withdrawing. I would say, you know what, actually, let's go create alert, at or above. Let's go 154. Create that alert, right? Create an alert here. At or above or at or below 149. I would create those alerts. I would just sit and wait. I would look to see, okay, are we pushing into this high? Can we get a rejection play, or are we looking for a break of the channel? Which one does it look more, or you have to watch the price action at that time, of course. If we get a downside move, do we get a demand bounce, or are we getting the break and retest of the channel low? All right, this is how I trade Nvidia. I think the better opportunities will be on the outside of this channel, and I would just watch this week, next week, however long it takes to get outside of this channel. Microsoft. So Microsoft, here's what I'm interested in Microsoft today. I'm looking for 239, right? I'm looking for 239. 239, previous double bottom, support here, rejections on Thursday, rejections all on Friday. So I'm looking to see if Microsoft comes back down into 239, then I'm looking to see, do we hold this area? Does 239 turn into support? If it does, can I try to play this to the upside, turning this previous support into support once again, turning this Friday rejection point into support? That's something I'm going to be watching, 239. If we do not hold 239, then watch out for the downside. Okay? It's quite simple there. 239, very clear level, right? Support, rejection. We're above it. So now we're looking to see if it holds support. If it does not, then I would look for the rejection play. Okay? 239. XLE. Energy. Look at this hold on energy. A little bit sloppy, not perfect. It sort of came down into this level here, right around 83. 83, 85, this whole 2-point range sort of held up very nicely, consolidated for about 2-3 weeks, and just has started to find some juice on the upside here. So XLE energy sector looks like it could be in a nice little consolidation for a potential push. XOM consolidated very nicely on this pullback to 102, right? Previous rejections into support, and look at this potential move over 109. So 109, you guys can see, is a previous triple bottom. This morning, we are above 109. So I would look to see what happens at 109 today. Does 109 turn into support on XOM? If we look at this 4-hour chart, you can clearly see that this was a previous triple bottom that maybe tries to turn into support here. So 109 is definitely a level I'm watching on XOM. The XLE, the energy sector, looks to be trying to push out of this consolidation. And then another stock you could watch is a stock like CVX, which is starting to push out of this consolidation as well. Just watch out for this rejection, these rejections up here around 180s. But overall, that XLE move is looking interesting. The oil futures have held up here. If we go to the daily chart, oil futures are back above that key 76 level. I'm going to zoom out here. You can see why this is so key. So this key 76 level, I think this has been important. You have a previous support here. You have a previous rejection here, a previous support here. Oil futures being back above that level is interesting. So just sort of something I'm watching here. XOM still looking like, to be honest, XOM looking like this is just a pullback for another opportunity. So watching this 109 level on XOM today. Seeing what the energy sector does. Boeing. So you guys know I've tried to short Boeing off this 190 level. Did not work. Took my loss on it, unfortunately. Just Boeing has been a strong stock as of late. I was looking for 190 to reject because of these previous support levels here. Right? Support. Looking for 190 to turn into a rejection. That has not happened. And if we look at the 5-minute chart here, you can see we got squeezed above 190, came right back under it, and now we're starting to trade around it again. So I am going to continue to watch Boeing at this 190. I think this is a very important level. You can see right here, rejection here 190, rejection potential at 190. I'm going to keep an eye on this. I see why I would if I zoom out. All right, it makes sense as to why I'd watch the 190 level. I'll go ahead and zoom out here one second. So I can see 190, right? You can see rejections here. I have a support that stepped in here. I have all this support that stepped in here. So if this market is weak, then, I would want to look for a rejection of 190 to see if I could play this thing maybe back down to the 170s, right? Just a short-term rejection here. Look for the 170s. That's what I've been trying to eye, but, Boeing has just not showed me that yet. Boeing has continued to creep higher. Boeing has continued to have some relative outperformance, so I don't want to short into that, but I'm going to keep an eye on this 190 area. Next is Cat. This was another one I took a loss on. Caterpillar, I tried to trade the channel high rejection, looked for the channel low break. Did not happen, right? Got in at a good time. I was actually up pretty nicely on the position. And then, got a little greedy because the position was so small. I put $200 in it, and I just sort of got greedy. I can admit that. And sort of just got pushed back to the upside and got stopped out over 240. So 240, Big level on Caterpillar. I would be careful on this one, guys, if you're looking to short the 240 channel high. It's clear that this thing just is sort of strong, right? Just sort of strong, right? Holding this 225 up around that 240 again. Yeah, I don't know. I'd probably leave this one alone. That's my game plan now. I'm just going to look past it. I don't see much action here. It's sort of just in a channel between 225 and 240. I'd probably just leave it alone, to be honest. But you could look for the 240 rejection again. You could look for that if the Dow gets weak. We'll go to mRNA real quick because I know a lot of people have been watching that one. Look at this break and retest on mRNA. It's been really sick. It was really nice. Previous rejections. Look at this support that stepped in. Really clean break and retest on mRNA, right? Break, retest. Beautiful long entry there on mRNA over like 2 days. Previous rejections into support. That was very clean. But look at what's happening now, right? You can see a little double top here on mRNA at 210, 212. And you can see the support at 188. So as of right now, I would say be careful, right? You're trading within a channel, within a range between 210 and 180, 188. Right? Really, it's like, 188 to 212 is really your range. So you're right in the middle of it today, but you can clearly see, right? Rejections here. Just watch out for this support that stepped in at 188. If you are short mRNA, it needs to break this 188. All right. I'll pop this up on the screen. Just a little, end of year thing for you guys. If you have any interest in trading joining the live trading community, I will pop that up on the screen for you guys to see. I'm probably not going to share this with anyone else besides you guys again. This is, probably New Year's. Do something. I know a lot of people ask me. I've been getting DMs back and forth, so I finally I wrote something up real quick. You want to come try us out for 3 months? I'm not going to try to influence you very hard. There's people in there. It's a good amount. I'm very happy with the group, and I don't really want to expose it to too many more, crazies, because we do get some crazies here and there. So I'm not interested in too many crazies, but yeah. Figured I would, pass this along. 20% off 3 months if you want to try out the Discord, and $100 off a lifetime membership. That's going to expire in a week. If you guys want to check it out, feel free. That's that. All right. Let's go to the chart Discord. Let's go to the live stream ticker, and let's pull that up. All right, back ORLY and PDD, Enphase, Home Depot, Baba, Meta. That's what we're looking at today, all right? Back ORLY, PDD, Enphase, Home Depot, Baba, and Meta. Let's go ahead and jump into those real quick. If you guys could press the like button, that would be fantastic. I would very much appreciate that. Let's get started on your guys' charts. So, back... looks to be in the middle of nowhere. If we go to the XLF, this is more what I'd watch. If you're looking at back, I would watch the XLF, okay? I would watch the support that stepped in here and the support that stepped in here on the XLF around 33. Watch out for that. If the XLF holds that, I would watch back to hold that support as well, okay? So watch the XLF. Do we get downside? What are we getting? Yeah, we're coming back to retest that Friday high. Yeah, look at that. Look at that drop under 11.8. Boom. Yeah, so that's just not going to be fun for the NASDAQ today, guys. We're right back below that 11,080. It's just, I don't think you're going to see much of anything. O'Reilly's. I don't know about O'Reilly's. I would say it's in a range right now. I would just stay away from it. Maybe if it drops 800 for that gap down. Enphase. Yeah, I mean, I've been trying to look for Enphase downside for about 2 months now. It just won't give up. I would look to see if end phase stays under 300. I think that's the key. Home Depot. I actually like Home Depot, but with the market doing what it's doing now, I'm a little bit concerned. But I would say look to see if Home Depot holds 315, 316. That looks like a key level on Home Depot. Keep an eye on that one. BABA. BABA has to hold this 85 level. If BABA breaks this 85, look out below. If it holds it, you could try to find support here again. Right here, right? Look at this. Rejection, rejection, support, and look at this support. So watch out for that. PDD. I would not touch this until it pulls back to 75. This is just way too extended. I would look for a pullback to like 73. 73, 75. That's what I'd look for a pullback to. All right, PDD. Dude, I can't, man. I'm sorry. I can't. All right, next, Meta. All right, looking for Meta here. You guys can see really tight consolidation. You can see right here, rejections around that 124, support around that 113. Just too choppy on Meta, guys. 120 level. Yeah, you could try to play it off 120. You could try to play it off 120 to watch out for that rejection there at 120. But as of, looking at it overall, looking at the larger view here, a little bit too choppy, right? Just a little bit of a chop range. If you could trade it with the market, that's what I'd look for on Meta. If you could trade this off a 120 rejection with the downside market, then yeah, I'd look for it. But overall, if you zoom out, just know you're right in the middle of a channel. It might be a little bit tough to get a true direction on Meta here in this channel. All right. All right, guys. Let's go real quick over the futures one more time. Get a good refresher before the day opens. So you can clearly see NASDAQ did not hold Friday's highs. That looks rough. I would look for downside today. If you reject 11,080 again, I would look for downside. If we do not get back over Friday's highs, I would look for downside here. ES coming back down to test that Friday high. If you break under this Friday high on ES, which looking like you are right now, you're trying to, I would look for downside as well. And on the Dow, look at this rejection here, right? You're back under 33.5, and that could be getting a little dangerous here. Watch Friday's highs around this 33.4. So you're breaking down some key levels right now. Okay? NASDAQ under 11,080. If the ES breaks under this 38.70 area, this Friday high, then watch out below. You're just going to trade within this range again. Looks ugly. Watch out for those rejection points. All right, guys. Hope you have a fantastic morning. Thanks again for being here. If you could press that like button before you head out, that would be much appreciated. I appreciate you guys for showing up every day. About 1,500 of you guys every morning is awesome. Thank you for all the support. Thank you for being here. Thank you for showing your support on the channel. Yeah, AMD 64 area. That's a good watch. Yeah, that's about it. Press the like button, subscribe to the channel. I'll be here tomorrow. I will not be here Friday. Friday, I will be out. So no Friday. I'll be pretty much checked out on Friday. Friday is pretty much a shot day for me. So just just letting you guys know about that. Friday's pretty much shot for me. All right, guys. Hope you have a fantastic day. And yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. Peace out.